brought the district TV crew to Port Huron High School, where the Drama Club is in rehearsal for their production of Music Man, which will take place January 10th through the 12th. Let's take a moment to pop in on their productions and see a few of the numbers as they are rehearsing them.
Are you Mr. Dunlop?
Yep.
Well, either you're closing your eyes to a situation you do not wish to acknowledge, or you are not aware of the caliber of disaster indicated by the presence of a pool table in your community. Well, you got trouble, my friend. Right here, I'd say trouble right here in River City. Why, sure, I'm a bitter player, certainly mighty proud to say, oh, it's mighty proud to say. I consider the hours I spend with a cue in my hand are golden. Probably cultivate horse sense, with a cool head and a keen eye. Did you ever take and try to give an ironclad leave to yourself from a three-rail billiard shot? Well, just as I say, it takes judgment, brains, and maturity to score a ball. One game I say that any boob can take and shove a ball in a pocket, and I call that slow. The first big step on the road to the depths of degradé. I say first, medicinal wine from a teaspoon, then beer from a bottle, and the next thing you know, your son is playing for money in a pinchback suit, and listening to some big out-of-town Jasper. Hear him tell off horse race gambling. Not a wholesome track race, no, but a race where they sit down right on the horse. Like to see some stuck-up jockey boy sitting on damn patch, making blood boil. Well, I should say. Now, friends, let me tell you what I mean. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pockets in the table, pockets that mark the difference between a gentleman and a bum with a capital B, and that rhymes with B, and that stands for fool. And all week long, your River City youth will be frittering away. I say, your young men will be frittering. Frittering away. They're noontime, summertime, chore time too. Get the ball in the pocket. Never mind getting dandelions pulled and screen door patched to the beefsteak pound. Never mind pollinated water till your parents are caught with a cistern at the end of Saturday night. That's trouble. Yes, you get lots and lots of trouble. I'm thinking of the kids in the Knickerbocker, shirt-tail young ones, peeking in the pool hall, wondering who's going up trouble, folks. Right here in River City. Trouble with a capital T, and that rhymes with P, and that stands for poop. Now, I know all you folks are the right kind of parents, but I'm going to be perfectly frank. Would you like to know what kind of conversation goes on with the local around that hall? They were trying out B-roll, trying out Cubans, trying out tailor-made like cigarette beans, and bragging all about how they're going to cover up a telltale breath with sense. And one fine night, they leave the pool hall, heading for the dance of the armor, libertine men and scarlet women, and ragtime. Shameless music that grab your son, your daughter, with the arms of a jungle animal instinct. Mass hysteria. Friends, the idle brain is the devil's playground. Trouble. Oh, yes, River City. River City. Capital T, that rhymes with B, that stands for pool. That stands for pool. You really got trouble. You sure got trouble. River City. Right here. Gotta figure out a way to keep the young ones moral after school.
My children's gonna have trouble, 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 trouble.
Mothers of River City, heed this warning before it's too late. Watch for the telltale signs of corruption. The minute your son leaves the house, does he rebuckle his knickerbockers below the knee? Is there a nicotine stain on his index finger? A dime novel hidden in the corn crib? Is he starting to memorize jokes on Captain Billy's whiz bang? Are certain words creeping into his conversation? Words like swell, and so's your old man. Well, if so, my friends, you got trouble.
Oh, yes,
River City,
River City.
Capital T, that rhymes with P, that stands for pool.
That stands for pool.
We surely got trouble.
We surely got trouble.
River City,
Right here.
remember the Maine, Plymouth Rock, and the Golden Rule.
My children's gonna have trouble.
Oh, we got trouble. We're in terrible, terrible trouble. That game with the 15 number balls is a devil's tool. We got trouble, trouble, trouble.
Oh, yes, we got trouble here. We got big, big trouble.
The T,
Capital T. That rhymes with B.
that stands for pool.
Well, folks, now you've seen how Harold Hill gets the crowd excited, and he affects the lives of many, many people in River City. So let's take just a moment and see what happens when the Barbershop Quartet comes on the scene.
Just a minute, Professor Hill. We'd like to have your credentials. We're the school board.
Academic certificates.
Well, nothing of the kind.
We need letters and papers.
Make them put up a bond.
Whoa, what am I hearing? Say, ice cream.
Ice cream. But I don't sing, young man, if that's what you're asking.
That's all right. Talk then. Down here.
Ice cream.
Talk slow.
Ice cream.
You see, singing is only sustained talking.
cream.
Now you.
Ice cream.
Now you, buddy.
Ice cream.
Now you, sir. Ladies, from now on, you'll never see one of these men without the other three.
Oh, Professor, you're wrong. Why, they've hated each other for 15 years.
Ice cream. Ice cream. Ice cream.
How can there be
Any sin insincere? Where is the good in goodbye? Goodbye. Your apprehensions confuse me, dear. Puzzle and mystify, mystify. Tell me what can be fair in farewell, dear. While one single star shines above, how can there be any sin insincere? Aren't we sincerely in love? Oh, we're in love.
What do you mean?
When you're in a musical, there's a lot more to do than just learn the songs that you're supposed to sing. As a matter of fact, you have to listen to the director yell at you over and over and over to get your numbers right. This number, Shapoopy, incorporates dance and music as the students at Port Huron High School bring together a really rousing, entertaining piece. Let's take a look.
Starter up, Mr. Washburn. Wait till you see the new steps Professor taught us. What'll it be? The Shapoopy! Now, a woman who'll kiss on the very first date is usually a hussy. And a woman who'll wait till the second time out is anything but fussy. But a woman who'll wait till the third time round, head in the clouds, feet on the ground. She's the girl he's glad he's found. She says, Shapoopy, 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 Shapoopy. The girl is hard to get. Shapoopy, Shapoopy, Shapoopy.
But you can't win her yet.
Walk her once, she's the raise the curtain, then you walk around twice and you make for certain. Once more for her pep rubber, she will never get started on the way to supper. Squeeze her once when she isn't looking, and you get a squeeze back from the fancy cooking. Once more in the flower garden, she will never get sore if you beg her pardon. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, si, do, si, do. Now little old Sal's a no gal, as anyone can see. Look at her now, she's a go-gal who only goes for me. Squeeze her once when she isn't looking, if you get a squeeze back, then that's fancy cooking. Once more for a pep upper, she will never get sore on her way to supper. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, si, do, si, do. Shapoopy, shapoopy, shapoopy. Shapoopy, shapoopy, shapoopy.
So we're going to take just a moment and talk to two of the leads from Music Man. Actually, the leads. We have Marion the Librarian and Harold Hill. And I understand, as fate puts it together, you two come together. Is that right? Get to know each other pretty well? A little love interest here? A kiss somewhere in the show?
A kiss in the show.
Okay. Well, this is Nikki and this is Aaron, so I'll let you tell us about your characters a little bit. Aaron, we'll start with you, okay? Tell me a little bit about Harold Hill.
Harold Hill is a jerk.
Is this typecasting?
I hope not.
Okay, I hope not either, and I don't think so.
He's a con artist that comes into different towns throughout the Midwest United States and around the turn of the century. And he scams people by saying, you got trouble in your town and I'm going to form a band and your kids are going to be fine and all this. But he doesn't know any music or whatever, so he jumps on the train and gets out of town.
After he sold them the instruments.
After he sold them the instruments and he gets their money and goes. So, in this particular case, he falls in love and gets his foot caught in the door and he can't leave. And that's what the show is about.
And that's where you come in, I believe.
Yeah.
Marion the Librarian, quiet, demure little Marion who doesn't have any excitement in her life until this troublemaker, this rat, comes to town. And Nikki, you see through him like reading a book between the covers, right? You get to see that he's really a decent guy. Tell me about Marion the Librarian.
Well, Marion is very wise. She knows she figures him out basically 3 days after he comes into town by finding out that his credentials are not what they say he is. So I figured him out, but he does his job and sort of romances me, and I don't end up exposing him.
Now, as I remember the show, Marion is his worst nightmare for the first while that he's in town. You know everything about him, and you're ready to tell, and this is going to ruin the whole scheme. But he has a scam to counter your scheme of revealing the information, and he kind of wins you over.
Yep.
Right? And so then what happens? How does he get away with it? Do you two get married and have a whole band full of kids yourselves? And what happens? What's the future? Do you know? Or does the show end before we get that part?
The show ends.
The show ends, but
it kind of implies that.
I think there's
And
a
they all
happy
lived
ending.
happily ever after.
So how many people are in the show, roughly?
Oh, about
60, 70?
About 60 people.
Plus you have set crew, and you have costume designers, and you have publicity and all that?
Yes.
And who's your director?
Mickey LaPlay.
And I understand Mickey is just a real task driver, just a horrible person to work for.
No, not at all.
No.
Well, I know Mickey pretty well because we've been in a number of plays together. I know that's not true. And I also know, based on what we've seen of the play today and just your rehearsal time today, she has an ability to get the best out of you. You know, she brings the voice out, she brings the acting out, she knows what it's all about to be on stage. And so Mickey's not going to like this, but I'm going to ask her to come here for just a second so we can introduce her. And she's off doing something else for just a moment. But how many weeks have you been in production while we're waiting for her to arrive?
Oh, probably.
About 3 months.
When did you start?
Middle of October.
Okay. And this play goes on this coming weekend?
This coming weekend.
Yes.
January 10th, 11th, and 12th.
At
And
McMorran.
At 7 p.m.?
Yes.
7 p.m.
Okay. Tickets are available at McMorran and at Port Huron High School. And we're going to call the director out here. She's wearing her directorial clothing. So just come right on in here, right in front of Nikki. That's okay, Mickey. So now we got Nikki and Mickey and Aaron and Ken. That's quite a combination. So how do you think? Is this show going to go on okay, and you haven't pulled your hair out yet, and we're all set to go?
Well, maybe just a couple hairs.
Yeah,
but
maybe a couple hairs.
No, the show is already just fantastic. These kids have worked for like 3 months already, so they're ready. They're ready to go, and it's going to be wonderful.
And next week we move into McMorran, actually this week we move into McMorran Auditorium for our tech rehearsals and all that, and Thursday, Friday, and Saturday are the productions.
That's correct, that's correct.
At 7 p.m.?
Thursday and Friday it's at 7, and on Saturday it's at 2 and at 7.
Okay, now we have some schools coming?
Yep, on Thursday morning and Friday morning there's a 10 o'clock matinee for the schools.
Excellent. So this production will get its audiences, and you've moved to McMorran as opposed to SC4, so you have a bigger sellout opportunity. So ladies and gentlemen at home, if you want to come and see Music Man this weekend, make sure you contact Port Huron High School or McMorran Auditorium to get your tickets. Tickets cost $5 for students and $10 for adults, is my understanding?
Yes, and the $5 also goes for seniors 55 and older.
Okay, great. So that's it. Music Man with Harold Hill and Marion the Librarian and Mickey, the Mad Director. We hope to see you there. Come on out and enjoy Music Man.